The story of Troy is one of the most famous stories in history. It's been told and retold for thousands of years. And who hasn't heard of Helen of Troy or the Trojan War? But the story of Troy goes back much further than just the war. Welcome to my channel. Today we will go back in time to the beginnings of Troy. Before the war, before the founding of Rome, even before the days of Alexander the Great, there was Troy. The exact location of the city has been lost to time, but it's believed to have been somewhere in the general area of modern-day Turkey. According to legend, the city was originally founded by the Trojans, a group of people who migrated from the region of Troy in Anatolia. The city's early kings included Tros, who gave the city its name, and his son Elus, who built the city's first citadel. The city flourished, becoming a major center of trade and culture. But the city's fortunes would soon change. In 1250 BC, the Trojans were defeated by the invading Achaeans and forced to pay tribute. The city became a part of the Hittite Empire, and for a time, peace reigned. But the Achaeans would soon be replaced by another great power, the Assyrians. In 800 BC, the Assyrians invaded Troy and destroyed its citadel. The city was in ruins, and many of its inhabitants fled. But some Trojans remained, and they would eventually establish a new kingdom. In the 7th century BC, the Greeks overthrew the Assyrian king and established their own rule over Troy. The city became known as Ilium, and it was during this time that the legendary figures of Troy, including Aeneas, Hector, and Paris, are said to have lived. But the glory days of Troy were still ahead. In the 6th century BC, the Persians invaded Troy, but they were defeated by the Greeks. The city was sacked, but it was rebuilt, and it became the capital of the Persian province of Asia Minor. The city's prosperity lasted until the Roman conquest of Asia Minor in 129 BC. The Romans took the city's wealth and its fine buildings, and they left Troy in ruins. But the story of Troy doesn't end there. The medieval chronicler John of Antioch wrote that in the 6th century AD, the Emperor Justinian I rebuilt the city, but it was destroyed again in the 7th century by an earthquake. All that remains of Troy today are the ruins of a few ancient buildings. The real story of Troy may never be known, but the legends that have survived the centuries tell us just how important this city was to the people who lived there. If you like this video, stay tuned for more.